Okay, so here's some Epic stuff. So we created these training binders for every role. They have, in case you don't remember your login and stuff, there's a login information here. You can use any one you want. It doesn't have to be the one you used in class. This exercise guide, if you work through it, it'll actually help you work through a full patient from triage to discharge. And then there's a lesson plan. This is what they covered in class. If you want to go back and review anything, it's in here. And then we'll have some tip sheets that we're going to put in there too with all kinds of different information. But in Epic, what we're looking at is when you log in, make sure that you sign in for your shift. You'll always have to do that, or you have difficulty like assigning yourself to patients or anything like that. You'll learn the shortcuts, nurses too, for a lot of things in here. So accept that. I'm going to assign myself to this patient because they still need a triage. Just from a right click and assign me. Get out of that. So click into your patient's chart. There are a few things in here that they really want us to complete, of course. The travel screening question. You do have to do these. If you don't click one of these and you try and click accept it, it will tell you, hey, you missed one. Do you want to go back and do it? So you can do that. You can get through it pretty quick. Their arrival information, somebody had already filled this one out on this patient. We do need to do language preferences, just like we do right now in Icentra. You only have to do interpreter services if you need that, chief complaint. And you can, next to them, you can close, you can click over here. There's lots of ways to get through everything. Sorry, allergies, got to do that. No allergies. And then you have to review it. So if you click no allergies or put one in, you got to mark reviewed or it won't accept it. But it does remind you of stuff. This is another spot, is this triage data. We need to fill this out. Once you can get into the playground, you can you can play on any patient you want. They reset them at the end of every day. So you can do whatever you want in a chart and don't worry about it. It'll reset later. And there's you can do these you can do your height and weight in pounds, kilograms, or centimeters, or you just have to tell it. If you don't remember from your triage note, like you have to do LB or kg and then it'll convert it over. So just go through all of this. Currently, if you currently in pain, that'll pop up all this stuff. This one was confusing to me because I'm used to clicking these numbers for your pain score, but this is actually your pain goal, and your pain score is down lower. Why is my pain score not showing up? Oh, right here. No. So something's wrong with this one. It's not popping up. Okay. This suicide, we're going to actually answer that in a different spot, so you can skip that if you want to. And there you go. If you think that there's sepsis, you can do the sepsis alert. We do have to do an acuity on every patient. So this is where we normally mark your acuity. If you're going to have a cardiac or a trauma activation, this is where you mark those in here. And then your alerts. Yes, I did the alert. If you did a swarm, you got together, or you had, like we do trauma swarms, but if you did stroke, like we get together in stroke on hall bed 3, you can click that. There will be some more of those coming up. The rest of this, you can skip through a lot of it. They do want us to do home meds. And you can dispense report. There's a lot of this in this information. So go ahead and look on in the book on how to do that, because there's a lot to that part of it. So that's it. That's your triage, really, that's required on it all. If your patient leaves from triage, you can actually go right here and do your disposition. So if they left just took off or left without being seen from triage, you can fill it right here and you don't have to go to another spot. On our ED narrator, oh,